constantly?
Yeah, at one point I didn't think I was going to get a bat, or we were going to get a bat at one point with the rain. But yeah, it was nice to get out there. A little nervous, which is always good. But yeah, it was nice to get a couple of runs and finish the game off.
Today, wanting you in the test lineup opening, you were heartened that you're in the one-day arena now and potentially can go to the longer form as well.
Yeah, I think we skip around formats so much, especially the domestic competition at the moment. You play a Shield game and 2 days later you got to front up for a one-dayer. So we jump around so much that I don't think it matters too much. For me, I've had a lot of learnings over the last few years around my game, and it's almost trying to take my one-day mentality into red ball, nice and positive, moves my feet well, rather than trying to sort of be a sitting duck opening the batting. So I think it gives me a good positive, and I think any cricket you're playing, if you're scoring runs, then that's positive. No, obviously I want to be there. I think it would be remiss of me not to say that, but I think I try and stay away from it as much as possible. I know that there's a lot of people in the country, a lot of people who paid to try and cause stories. So I'm just worrying about myself. If someone else does get the opportunity to open in the Ashes, I know that they're going to be good enough. I know Australian cricket's strong enough that whoever gets that chance to open that first test is going to be have done enough and be good enough to do that for Australia. And I think it's a lot of people always say, not sure about someone, but opening is a hard job in red ball cricket specifically. And I think we all know how hard it is. All the openers respect each other. That if someone gets picked, then they deserve it.
So I guess you already come from your journey, having been there and done that over 9 years.
Yeah, I think there's been times in my career where I'd come off after a Shield game, and obviously all the Shield games are on at the same time, and you're looking at the scorecard, you're looking at different names, seeing how they went. They scored 100 and you scored a duck, and you go, damn it, I'm further back now. But I think now, like the first Shield game, couldn't tell you who scored runs in other games. I was just trying to worry about our own game and trying to win for Queensland. So, I think that's a better place for me to be. Otherwise, I just get too caught up in other people and not worry about myself.
What's the change? Like to be there. You say you'd like to be there. Do you feel like your form puts you in the frame to be there at the moment?
Yeah, I think so. I think the cricket I've played over the last sort of 6 months is sort of since I've had a few conversations with important people to me with my batting. I think it's been good. I don't think I'd be in the one-day international team without that. So I think there's always been these positives coming through, and I got some runs in the first Shield game, but I think the way I went about it was, like, the runs are nice, but I think for me the way that I judge how I go is just depending on the way I go about it, and I think that first Shield game was really good.
What's helped change that insular focus when you talk about looking at scorecards everywhere else? What's changed that's made you sort of change your own viewpoint?
I think knowing that it doesn't really matter, like in terms of like someone else scoring runs doesn't matter to how I'm going to go out and play my game of cricket tomorrow. So I think a lot of the time you go try and force a few things, you see someone else gets runs and you go, I need to score runs today. I need to score runs because that will validate myself, rather than going out there and going, I'm facing Western Australia, I've got to try and face these guys. How do I score runs for my team to win? Rather than I need to score runs because then I'm going to be picked for Australia, then I'm going to become a good person. I think the mentality when you're young is that's how you view yourself as a person, whereas now I go home and I've got to change nappies, I've got to put kids to bed, I've got to try and calm screaming babies down. So you don't really have time to look out and go, this is what I need to do. Whereas when you're young, you go home, you've got nothing to do, so you're just sitting on your phone scrolling. I don't have the Cricket Australia app. I don't sort of try and look at any news. I don't have any of the Instagram. I hide all the cricket stuff on my Instagram, so I don't see it. So it's a way for me to make sure that I'm in the best mind frame to go out and bat, rather than just feeling like I need to score runs because someone else did.
Was there a point in your journey, man, the last few years where it kind of clicked, where you said, no, I was just trying
Yeah, I think so. I got dropped from the Queensland team just before COVID, so 2020, and I think it was always like trying to be around the first half of Christmas was always trying to get picked in the Test team, and then the second half was like I almost just sort of could breathe again after Big Bash. So it's sort of that refreshed a lot of stuff, a little bit technical, a little bit mindset, and then I think just the way, like once you sort of realise that it might not happen again. I think you talk to people. I'm really close with Uzi. He sort of thought his Test journey was over, and look at him now. He's trying to talk to him about how he's going about it. It's just amazing. But you sort of, I think it's almost like once you let go of that one side play for Australia, that's what I need to do. Whereas like I've got 2 kids now. They're a huge part of my life. So it's knowing that the cricket's not my sole reason. It's everything else. If I get everything else in order, the cricket will just take care of itself. And sort of talk about the chimp on my shoulder, like 12-year-old Matt, I try and talk to him a lot. So if I told 12-year-old Matt that I was in a room full of 30 journalists, he wouldn't believe you. So it's like, I think how cool is this? Like how awesome is this to get this opportunity rather than if I score runs, I will get this opportunity, just taking like every day as it comes. And like even the other night I was sort of looking, like I hadn't batted in one-day cricket. I was a bit nervous and Kohli made a duck and he's the best player in this format ever. So it's like, okay, it's okay to fail. And I think a lot of the time you're always chasing perfection in this game, but no one's ever perfected it. So I don't think there's any point trying.
You talk about calming your screaming babies. Do you think you can calm thousands and thousands of screaming Indians?
No, I don't think I've got the ability to do that. So I think the only way to make them calm down is hitting boundaries. And if you get out, or they'll cheer. So I think I'll just worry about trying to watch the ball. I think there's some cool part of it where when you get in the middle and there's a big crowd, you can sort of cocoon yourself and almost forget about the noise from the crowd, which I think is a really sort of cool way of thinking about it.
That's what I was going to ask you. To step back in international cricket in such a massive series must be a great feeling and boost your confidence.
Yeah, I think so. I think I wasn't expecting it at all before the series, so sort of surprised me a bit. I had to look on the calendar. I had to Google when the games were, so to see what I would be, where I'd be. So that was a pretty weird one, Googling when games are. But I think that sort of sums up where I'm at. That I've got my schedule for Queensland, and anything else is a massive bonus. Like I'm still amazingly fortunate to playing 2 formats for Queensland and trying to help us win games.
Matt, a couple of catches, you got the ramp out as well. Looked like you're having a great time. Did you feel like you belonged in ODI cricket even though it was your first game?
Yeah, I think so. I think we play a lot of one-day cricket, and I've had a bit of success in the format. I probably wasn't expecting the 3 catches and a drop, so it was a weird game from all the rain as well. So yeah, it was nice to sort of be a part of it. It's sort of a lot better than just missing out and just feeling like you've done nothing all day.
That number 5 spot that you're in, we saw Barnes play that, perform that so well at the last World Cup. Could you be the guy for the next World Cup in 2027?
I don't know, it's a long way before that. It's still a couple of years. So no, I haven't thought that far ahead. I've just thought about trying to enjoy this series, being here for 2 more games, just being around the group. And then Tuesday we've got a Shield game starting at the Gabba, so I'll worry about that when that happens, when we get to that.
And the moustache?
I was sort of trying to do something. I've never been able to grow facial hair, unlike you nice beard.
Thank you.
But so I felt like the moustache was the right one for me. A beard's no good at all. So little bit of superstition, shaved everywhere except the moustache before the last Shield game and scored 100. So felt like it had to stay a little bit, and it's sort of growing on people a little bit. And I still need to try and convince the wife that it's a good move, but feels right at the moment. Probably shave it if I miss out a couple of times.
Needs to be slightly thicker.
Yeah, I can't help that.
Obviously a chance to wrap up the series. It's going to be a sellout crowd in the public areas. How big of an occasion is it, not just for you personally, for the opportunity for Australia? I know it's a short series, but to get a series win over India.
Yeah, it's always good winning the series. I love Adelaide. It's got really fond memories for me. It's where I made my Test debut. had a couple of years here at the Strikers, and it's always a great place to play. So it'll be heaving tomorrow. I think, yeah, sell out and everywhere. So it's going to be really good and good chance for guys to show off the skills.